everybody. So this week I wanted to do something really simple. I thought I'd take all the ab exercises that I really enjoy doing from all the different workouts and routines that I've done, kind of compile them all into one little workout video for you guys. So I've done that here today, and let's get our abs in gear because it's time. I love ab day. It's always my favorite. So hope you guys join along with me. Let's get those abs a burning. Yeah. Okay guys, for our first exercise we're going to do toe touches. You just want to put your legs straight up in the air, make sure your lower back is touching the ground, and then just lift up and try to touch those toes. I like to do between 15 to 20 reps of each of these exercises we're going to do today. Good job guys, you got this, keep going. Now you gotta go to your right, and we're just gonna do 15 to 20 reps to our right, trying to keep the shoulders, the shoulder blades off the ground if you can. And then once we've done 15 to 20, we're going to go ahead and switch sides, and that way we get a nice oblique workout for both sides. I know it's starting to burn, but just keep going and relax. Whew. Sometimes it's nice to take a little breather in between. Next up, go ahead and lower your legs flat to the ground. Again, making sure that lower back is all the way touching the ground. If it comes up, you're going to want to adjust. Kind of put your hands up in the air, and you'll see that your stomach is nice and loose, and then go up from there. And you're just going to do 50 to 20 little crunches. You got it. Great job. From here, we're going to just hold. I know it's tough, but just hold from here, and then you want to hold 15 to 20 seconds, and then go up from here. And another 15 to 20. We've got this. Our abs are burning, but they're going to feel so good after, I'm telling you. You got it. Almost there. Almost there. Now a nice big stretch. Arms over your head. Just stretch everything out. Really feel it in the core. Alright, up next is going to be our glute bridges along with a butterfly crunch. So I like to just go up to the top, squeezing the glutes, and then coming forward into that butterfly crunch. It's a really good one for the lower abs as well as those glutes. Don't give up, guys. I know this one's tough, but you got this. Just give it a nice squeeze when you get to the top as well. Make sure you're really activating those glutes as well as your core on this one. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but you want to do 15 to 20 reps on these as well. Pretty much every exercise we're going to do is either 15 to 20 reps or 20 to 30 seconds. Phew, that one's done. Nice, everybody. Great job. Alright, so on this one, again, we want to make sure that lower back is protected. So to give yourself a little help, just go ahead and place those hands under the butt. And then we're going to do some leg raises, 15 to 20. It's again another good one for those lower abs. Another thing I wanted to mention real quick for everybody is if you are somebody who's a little bit more advanced with your core workout and you want a little bit more push, go ahead and do this workout another 2 or 3 times, like so another basically 2 or 3 sets for each exercise with the same amount of reps. It'll really push that core to the ultimate max. Alright, I bet everybody's cores are burning, so let's keep going. Next up we're going to do flutter kicks. We're going to do 20, again 15 to 20, depending, and protect that lower back. Go ahead and put your hands underneath for a little extra support if you need it, or you can place it right to the side if you want to give that core a little extra push. So another way to add a little extra push for that core, if you want to increase the challenge of this exercise with the flutter kicks, is to raise the upper shoulders and neck off of the back. Just try to keep your head, your chin tucked into your chest so that it doesn't strain your neck at all. And then now we're going to come up into our hollow bands. This is a really good one for that core. I'm telling you, it burns in all the best ways. And you're going to do 20 to 30 seconds. Just keep holding. You've got this. Don't give up. If I can do it, you can do it. Just keep holding. Next up, we're going to go into one of my absolute favorites. I know these are all my faves, but this is my absolute favorite, is a little beta roll and punch. You're going to lean all the way back, raising your legs into the air, and then sit up with a punch. Just right across jab for you. This one is so good, you guys. You'll feel it everywhere. Don't give up. You're almost done. We've got this. Just a few more. Just keep going. I know it starts to get a little tough at the end, but just lift even higher when you're starting to feel that burn and you're starting to feel like, oh, I don't know, just go even higher, push even harder. We've got it, we've got it. I tell myself the same thing. I'll even let you in on a little secret. I go to the Planet Fitness gym and when it was open, and some of the times right above you is the hands or the, you know, whatever symbols, and it's usually the thumbs up sign. And so in my head sometimes when I'm pushing myself, I'm just like, fuck you hands, fuck you hands. I know it's like horrible to say, but it kind of gives me that extra little push. Okay, TMI, sorry y'all. Anyway, and back to our workout. So now we are going to do a little bicycle. Everyone, you know, has everything, different names for different things. This is what I call bicycle, and I like to lift up my shoulder blades off of the ground and try to touch my elbows to my opposite knee. And again, you're going to do 15 to 20. A nice slow pace is good for this one, so you really feel it in the core. And you'll also notice my hands are on the side of my head. This is so that I'm not straining or pulling on my neck, because protecting your neck is very important, guys. And that's why you also want to try to keep your chin somewhat tucked to your chest. Like pretend you have an apple, they always say. Alright guys, so earlier, if you remember, we did the flutter kicks. This time we're going to do the scissor kicks. That's why I sometimes mix up the name. But one is up and down, one is side to side. The lower to the ground, the harder it is. The higher up, it's a little easier for depending on how beginner or advanced you are. And again, placing the hands under the bottom gives a little cushion, or you can place them to the side if you want to try to give the core just a little extra burn. as well as lifting off the head or the shoulders. Alright guys, for this next exercise, you want to place your hands behind your back and point them towards yourself, and then raise up those legs and bring in your knees to your chest. And you can even go further out and come back in if you have a little bit more advance in your core work. Just slow it down and go a little further out than I am. Next up, we're just going to do a real quick stretch for those calves. We've been working them a lot with our leg raises and stuff, so I just like to lift one leg up at a time, just giving that little bit of a stretch in between. And if done right, you can also feel this in your core. At the if you want to, I didn't do it, but another core exercise would actually be to sit in this position. Once you stretch both legs, lift up both legs, and then hold on to the right underneath your knee, or don't hold on at all, and just kind of sit in that little bit of a V shape, and trust me, you will feel it. So very similar to what I was just talking about, as well as the one we did earlier. You're going to do your little sit up, bringing your knees in as well, and trying to stretch out as far as you can. To even if you want to add this further stretch, you're going to do a full, I think it's called a jack sit up. You're going to take your hands all the way behind your head and your feet all the way out, and then bring them in. This is good for the lower abs as well as for the upper abs. All around, you're just going to feel those abs. Alright guys, now it's time for some obliques. You can't forget about your obliques or your back. We will get to our back soon. But for now, let's do those oblique crunches. And don't forget, we will be doing these on both sides, 15 to 20. Also, if you want, scoot back a little bit more so you're on the cushion area of your hip, glute area, and it'll be a little less painful than if you're sitting directly on that hip. If you have enough cushion, then you might not even need to worry about it. As far as your back goes, if you're like me and you got a little extra cushion on your actual glute, it'll help too. So, turn over to our side. Again, if you're more advanced and you want to further this stretch, lower your upper body further to the floor and raise that up as well, and then you're going to bring them both together, and that'll give you that little bit of an extra stretch. As you can see, now we're going to go into our plank side hold, and we want to hold this from anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds. If it's too much to have both feet in the air, you can lower one knee to the ground. It'll give you a little extra stability, but if you don't need it, raise back up. Really push yourself here, guys. You've got this. And I will comment that my form could even be a little bit better. My arms are not completely stacked on top of one another, which is not very good because it won't give you as much stability or as much strength in your arms. So if you really want to build that strength, then make sure your arms are stacked. And then switch to the other side. Don't leave one side out. You'll see here my arms are actually stacked a little bit more on top of each other, and that's a little bit more proper form, though my hips should be slightly more down towards the little angle high. Again, we're just holding this for a nice 20 to 30 seconds on each side, and if you need to drop that knee, don't feel bad, please do it. It's definitely, if you're beginning, that's a great way to start out to build that strength. And I know every now and then if I'm having a hard time, I will still put the knee down. Alright y'all, it's that time I was talking about. It's time for our backs. We cannot neglect our back because it too needs a little love to build strength for the core. They always say you gotta build up that back strength. So we're gonna do a little Superman, and you can either place your arm in front of you, you can punch her out, you can place them behind your back. However it is, you just want to lift your chest and your knees off the ground as much as you can. And it's really hard to see because of the black mat and my black pants, but my knees are lifted as well as my chest. And you're also going to do that for 20 to 30 seconds. Alright guys, it is plank time! As you know, I'm trying to get to a 10-minute plank, so planks are always one of my favorites. So starting out today, you want to do a good 45 to a minute hold. As you can see here, my butt's a little high. I want to lower that down just slightly. And right now we're doing it on our forearm stands. Next we will do our full plank, but for this one we're going to do our forearm stand. And oh, that butt up is just driving me crazy. I just want to kind of push my back a little bit because I've been really working on my form to get up to that 10-minute hold. I'm a little over a minute myself, but for this we're just going to hold for about 45 seconds to an hour. Oh, and finally I lowered my butt down. That makes me feel better. Right at the tail end before you go down, we're going to do 10 dips, 10 plank dips to either side. Pushing us a little further, and don't actually go to the ground. Instead, we're going to go straight up into that straight arm plank once we're done with our dips. Alright, I like to recenter myself real quick after my dips, and then we're going to move up into that upper arm plank and hold here for 40 to 45 to 1 minute. Don't give up, you guys, if those arms are burning. One of the things I've learned recently with my plank is if it starts to burn really bad in your arms, focus it more into your core center and let the abs do the work on this one. Abs are, if you make the workout more into your abs plank, it makes it a lot easier. And again, right before we end, we'll finish with 10 mountain climbers and then go into our next exercise. Alright, everybody, just kind of take yourself a moment. I know it's a lot going from one end to the next. As you can see, I'm getting a little warm myself, but it's nice to just give yourself a nice 20-30 second rest if you need it in between. Now we're going to hit those lower abs again by lifting our butt up into the air with some butt ups. If you have a weight, it's good to hold on to that right above your head. If you don't have a weight or anything to hold on to, just fold up your mat and it'll give you an extra little grip to hold on to. And you're just going to raise those legs straight up. This one you're not going over your head, you're going straight up and down over your chest. So kind of just raise it as close as you can to the ceiling. These are so good for the lower abs, and you will fill this one. And as you can see, the higher you get off the ground, the better. Great job, everyone. You are doing so good. We're almost done with the set. Just keep pushing. You've got this, guys. Come on. I know you've got it in you. Just a couple more and done. Oh, it feels so good to put the legs down after one of those. Alright, guys. No stopping for us. We're going right into those reverse bicycles. So I did an earlier bicycle where I slowed it down and was bringing each elbow to my knee. So you can do that form of a bicycle or this format where you're more stable, your upper body's more stable on the mat and you're just moving the lower legs. But if you want to kind of combine them for both an upper and lower abs, then you can do what I did earlier. And then like this, just do a little reverse, reverse bicycle. Alright guys, I know you're probably feeling it like I am. Just a few more to go and we're going to get through this. We're almost done. Just give it all you've got. We're going to do another one of my absolute faves, or these all are my faves, but another one of my absolute faves is just a full, you're going to spread out the legs and crunch all the way up. It's so good, you guys. Lay all the way back, crunch all the way up, and each time opening those legs for a full stretch. We are so close, guys. We are so close, I promise. Don't give up. Just keep pushing. Give it all you have. We're so close to being done. Put every last bit of effort in this. You've got this. I know you can do it. Just keep giving it all you got. so proud of you. Let's go ahead and lay back on our mats. We're going to do a little ankle touch to work on those obliques a little bit more. We want to just give them that extra little push. A little tip for this one, guys, the further away your ankles are from your butt, the harder it's going to be. So if you want to push yourself, move your feet away from you. If you want to make it a little bit easier, if you're like more new or starting out, bring your feet as close in to you as possible. Alright guys, you're almost done. Leave it all on the mat. Here it is, the final push. We're almost done. And that is the core ab workout. All of my favorites there for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I really had a good time sharing it with you. And join me again next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's ab workout. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know I'm not a personal trainer, so probably wasn't the best form ever, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys have fun doing it. It'll make your abs burn, but it's worth it. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and your like button. Have a great week, y'all.